Okay, we're beginning to see the consequences of Johnny Depp losing his UK libel case against The Sun. We know that Warner Brothers forced him to resign from his role in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Johnny Depp set the record straight that he wasn't fired but forced to resign by Warner Brothers in this letter. In the light of recent events, I would like to make the following short statement. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone who has gifted me their support and loyalty. I have been humbled and moved by your many messages of love and concern, particularly over the last few days. Secondly, I wish to let you know that I have been asked to resign by Warner Brothers for my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I have respected and agreed to that request. Finally, I wish to say this. The civil judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolution remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time. Thank you for reading. Sincerely, Johnny Depp. From this letter, this is a man that I admire greatly. He is going through a very tough time. He's beginning to see a career that he spent more than 2 decades building crumble. And this is all a result of choosing a wrong life partner. This is why marriage is scary for me, because if you choose the wrong partner, you could end up losing not only your wealth, but your reputation and your career, your life prospects. So for Johnny Depp to be able to maintain his composure in this situation is incredible. I agree that he has to fight that court appeal. If he doesn't fight this case, it will be a dark cloud hanging over him for the rest of his life. But not everything looks bad for Johnny Depp. He gets the upper hand against Warner Brothers, and I'll show you why. Making bank. Johnny Depp to earn full $10 million Fantastic Beasts 3 salary, despite filming just one scene, claims reporter. I just think Warner Brothers hasn't treated Johnny Depp very well at all. They've kept Amber Heard, despite her being in this whole legal mess and PR headache, but they've let Johnny Depp go. This is karma that they have to pay this, and I'm glad to see stars of Johnny Depp's caliber being protected legally in their contracts. The evidence that was before the UK court showed that both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have both been aggressive towards each other. So there's the potential of mutual abuse on both sides. So I think it's completely ridiculous that they get rid of Johnny Depp and keep Amber Heard. By dropping Johnny Depp, Warner Brothers have made the production of this movie considerably more expensive. And the question is, where are they going to find another actor of Johnny Depp's popularity and skill to fill this role? They're probably going to have to pay a comparable salary to Johnny Depp's. Wouldn't it have been better just to keep Johnny Depp? Because Warner Brothers still have to go through the same PR headaches with Amber Heard. So why not just keep both of them and move forward? Johnny Depp still has a vast fan base that support him. So I don't really see why they couldn't keep Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the production company must pay the 57-year-old actor in full for his work on the movie, even though he had only filmed one scene so far. This is the closest Johnny Depp has gotten to any justice throughout this whole process. And it's also karma for Warner Brothers for just ditching Johnny Depp and not really supporting him through this libel process. Why should a person's private life affect their job? Okay? There are a lot of people who make mistakes who may have been involved in domestic abuse situations. If a man or a woman was somehow guilty of committing some sort of violence against their partner, does that mean they'd lose their job? Most likely no. But what we have here is that the burden is placed on Johnny Depp to prove that the allegations made by The Sun are not true. So why should Johnny Depp have to prove that what The Sun printed about him was untrue for him to keep his job? recordings were released of Amber Heard showing that she was physically violent against Johnny Depp, admitting it. Yet she doesn't have to clear her name in any way for her to keep her role in Aquaman 2. So why shouldn't Johnny Depp be able to keep his role in Fantastic Beasts 3? And also keep his role in Pirates of the Caribbean? Both stars should just be given a warning to clean up their public image. They should be allowed to stay in their roles and carry on with their life, carry on with their career. He's now getting the cold shoulder from Hollywood because the outcome of his case was not in his favour. Just because a case is not in your favour does not mean by default Johnny Depp is guilty. It's just one judge's opinion. If you put another judge in that case, another judge could have made a different decision. So Johnny Depp fans launched a petition demanding he be reinstated to Fantastic Beasts 3 after stepping down from franchise, and 150,000 have already signed. The UK court hasn't really been able to give Johnny Depp any justice, but we're seeing fans coming forward trying to do just that. They're trying to help Johnny preserve his career. Johnny Depp fans in their thousands have signed a petition demanding the actor be reinstated to the Fantastic Beasts franchise following his controversial sacking in November. I think it's really good he's getting the support from fans. It's showing you the fan base they've lost by firing Johnny Depp and not supporting him more through this whole process. What's interesting is that this is not the only petition asking for Johnny Depp to be reinstated to film roles that he's lost. If we go and look at the change.org website, we can see loads of petitions. So we have this one petition, which is to bring Johnny Depp back as Captain Jack Sparrow. It's got close to 300,000 signatures. If it means nothing to you, but please sign this petition for the ones who really want Johnny Depp as their captain of the Black Pearl. They have to bring him back to rule the seas again, or we will never watch any Pirates of the Caribbean movie without our captain. I think Disney need to start listening to the fans. If this many people are still supporting Johnny Depp, I think they should have not been so quick to get rid of him. Okay, here we see the petition to bring Johnny Depp back as Grindelwald has got now close to 200,000 signatures. The description says, Johnny Depp was asked by Warner Brothers to resign and leave his role as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts 3 movie. This happened because of the verdict of his case with the Sun. That was completely unfair. We want him back. Warner Brothers should listen to the public, or we will boycott the movie. Last line potentially highlights a situation where if Johnny Depp fans are not happy, they're going to start boycotting Pirates of the Caribbean and even Fantastic Beasts 3. They're actually creating more bad publicity for these movies by firing Johnny Depp and having unhappy fans making petitions and going onto Twitter and complaining about the situation. Okay, so it looks like Disney has been reported as willing to talk to Johnny Depp again if court agrees to retrial and he wins. I think Disney's demands are too high. An issue with Johnny Depp's personal life should not affect his career. Johnny Depp has made Disney a lot of money as Jack Sparrow. He is the face of Pirates of the Caribbean. And for them to put on him this condition that he has to win the case is ridiculous. I think it's kind of insulting to Johnny Depp to fire him and say, if you waste your wealth that you've accumulated over years to try and win this libel case, then we may give you back your job. Does an apology come with that job? I think Disney need to show more loyalty to the people they work with, the actors they work with, who have added value to their franchises. I just think it's ridiculous. But some fans may be happy that Disney may welcome Johnny Depp back. It looks like the ship has sailed on the chances of Johnny Depp returning to his signature role as Jack Sparrow, but insider Daniel Richtman is claiming that the higher-ups at the Mouse House might be willing to reconsider their decision if a retrial goes in his favour. According to the tipster, Depp has spoken to Disney about this. With his reputation in tatters, his standing in the industry severely diminished, and his finances going down the drain, another expensive court case is obviously a huge risk, but one that Johnny Depp might feel is well worth taking in the long run. Johnny Depp is in a situation that even if he clears his name, he could be losing so much of his wealth in just clearing his name. I really do feel sorry for the man. It does seem like the rumour that Disney might invite Johnny Depp back to play Jack Sparrow is potentially true. Because in this article, we see that Johnny Depp's character, Jack Sparrow, is being killed off screen. Off screen being the important phrase, because it potentially leaves the door open for him to return should his image and the bad publicity die over. In which case, for it to die over for Disney, he has to win his legal cases, particularly the one in the UK. My concern is that by writing Jack Sparrow out of this franchise, are people still going to be interested in it? I mean, when I think of Pirates of the Caribbean, I think of Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. Would I see Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow? Probably not. Especially with a lot of the original cast from the first Pirates of the Caribbean film moving on to other projects. He was one of the last remaining original cast members or characters. We could see that as a consequence of Johnny Depp being removed from Pirates of the Caribbean and the Fantastic Beasts franchise, people lose interest in these franchises quickly. Johnny Depp's co-star Greg Ellis came forward to try and support Johnny Depp and wanting to see him as Jack Sparrow in future movies. Pirates of the Caribbean star Johnny Depp's Hollywood future has been looking unclear after his libel trial ruling, but one of his Pirates co-stars, Greg Ellis, has shown support for the lovely star and backed him for more Jack Sparrow movies. So here we're seeing one of his co-stars coming to his defense despite the controversy. This is what studio or production company should be doing, coming to the defense of their stars even when there's bad PR. Ellis tweeted, "I've known Johnny Depp for over a decade, worked on 4 movies together. Our kids went to the same school, a lovely bloke and great dad. I wish more of the actors, filmmakers and studios who benefited financially from working with him would show more public support." Ellis is the hero of the moment. He's spot on mentioned what I think, that people should be supporting Johnny Depp through the situation more. No one's perfect. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think Johnny Depp should get his full pay from the Fantastic Beasts, even though he only recorded 1 scene? Do you think Johnny Depp should be reinstated to his roles in both Fantastic Beasts and Pirates of the Caribbean? Or do you think he should just draw a line in the sand and move on to other projects? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, then smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!